Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello friends, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, 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 boop. That's me, Debsy. Bloop. Happy Friday, everybody. Friday, and I'm gonna get paid. I just got paid. So if it's Friday, then you know I am dropping all my thoughts on one of my favorite things in life, and that is some mindless TV known as the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's get right into it. This week, once again, what did Sutton say that was so dark and problematic that has us all wondering and thinking maybe the worst? Well, Crystal, once again, says, I'm never going to repeat what she said. And listen, I have never been... starting off the show, I was a fan of Kyle's. Lately, in the last few seasons, not really. But I will have to side with Kyle when Crystal says, I'm never going to repeat what she said. And Kyle says, then you never should have said something. Correct. That is correct. Because my mind goes to two things. My mind, number one, goes to the worst case scenario. And number two, my mind thinks, well, wait a minute. If you're not going to repeat it, I mean, did it happen then? Are you lying? Listen, I know Crystal is never going to watch this video ever. Because she's not one of like the 4 or 5 viewers who will watch me rant about the Housewives. Sorry guys, I love it. But Crystal, I really, really wanted to like you. Like I really, really, really wanted to like you. And I wanted this friendship of yours with Sutton to like continue and to be a real blossoming friendship. I don't know that that's going to happen. But please listen. It came out already as to what was said. But seriously, if you're going to drop a little bomb, can you please fully detonate it? And if you're going to say something, if you're going to say somebody said something, please come out and say what it was. Because in this instance, you would think that it would have to do with race. Because last season, there was an issue. There was something that was said where Crystal, who is an Asian American, had said to Sutton, "Oh, you're probably that girl that says she doesn't see color." And Sutton had said something like, "No, I don't see color, and because I don't base, who my friends are on color," something like that. And then. So that's what I go to. When she said, you said it last year, and that last year, Crystal said that, oh, you're that girl. So my thinking is in the lines of like, what did she say that was dark? Was it dark? Like, was it racial? Was it bad racially? And which then makes me think, oh my gosh, you know what, come on, I really want to like Sutton too. But if it's something that is just real problematic and just terrible and is race related and is just terrible, then I don't know, come on. So she dropped it there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it be, and I'm not going to say anything. Okay, well then, but later on, I think it was Sutton and Kyle were together, and they replayed what Sutton had said. Well, Sutton had said that something like she was looking out her window and she saw her daughter, little girl, her daughter, sitting in this jacuzzi with some of her friends, one who was who's black, another one who was she said Chinese, and I believe she said there was a redhead and she's Irish or something like that. And she said, and that's how it should be. Meaning, like, let's all get along. Like, just because we look different doesn't mean that we can't be friends and we can't, you know, hang around each other and be friends. I mean, we're all human beings. That's what I took it as. And you know what? No, actually, no. She was not with Kyle. She was with Garcelle. And they were out at dinner. And listen, I need to interject in here. Don't you ever say, if you watch Beverly Hills of Real Housewives and you tell me that Garcelle Bouveau is not the most fabulous woman on that show, you're straight up lying. You are a liar and you're lying. Garcelle Bouveau is the most fabulous woman on that damn whole show. I'll say it. I said it. I'll die on that hill. So anyways, yeah. So they replayed that. They played that clip from last year. And Sutton had told Garcelle what she said. Garcelle, who is an African-American woman, had said, who is a woman of color, had said, well, what's so dark about that? She was not offended at all. And she said, I don't understand what's so dark about that. So she was fine. So, okay. Then they all go on this trip. I don't know where they went to. Pinta Punta or I don't know. That's not even a Pinta Punta or I don't know if it was Mexico. It was someplace because they took Diana's private jet to this place. They flew off and I don't know where it was. It was someplace where they had to fly. So they get down there and let me just tell you, nothing makes a dinner on a beautiful beach more complete than yelling and screaming about drama. So they all get into it. They all get into it about what Sutton had said. And, you know, Sutton told them and very lackluster. Everybody was like, wait, huh? Why is that dark? And then Crystal got upset about, well, please don't tell me what word to use. If I want to use dark, I'm going to use dark. Correct. Listen, I don't think anybody should tell anybody else what words to use. However, maybe pick a better word because it didn't fit. It did not fit the discussion. Like the word dark just did not fit what she said at all. It didn't seem problematic and it did not seem dark. So then of course, Crystal uses this big word. She uses, what was it, Rorschach, you know, with like the blot test. And she used that word and I can't remember who said something, but one of them had said, what are you talking about? Or something like that. And then of course, here comes this elitist, condescending attitude from Crystal about, oh, it's a big word. I use big words. We can use big words. Garcelle was like, I know big words. And honey, I know big words, but come on. We're on fucking vacation. Honestly. So that's what I'm saying. I would really like to like Crystal, but then she comes out with this elitist bullshit condescending attitude using these big words. And last year when she was talking about when her and Garcelle and Kathy Hilton and Erica Jane were having lunch at her place. And Sutton was worried about like her standing at the country club, or was worried about like how it would look on them that they're hanging out with Erica, whose husband is accused of all of this all these crimes, these terrible, horrific crimes against these victims. And Crystal had said, well, the funny thing is I go to the same country club as her, and nobody, I didn't know her before now. Oh, I didn't either. And Garcelle said on the confessional, that's funny because I didn't know Crystal without her husband. I mean, her husband is a world famous producer who produced like a Lion King, all kinds of things. So I'm sorry, but please don't become this big elitist like, oh, Crystal Kong Meekoff is everybody knows her. She's like, she's like a household name like Cher or Madonna, Crystal Kong Meekoff. Girl, nobody knew you before this show. And if it wasn't for your husband, nobody would know. Please don't get elitist and condescending with these big words. Honey, please. So everybody was like, oh, I don't see where that was so dark. So it's kind of off the table now, but by the looks of it, it looks like next week Erica Jane is going to be trying to once again go full force, heavy into getting Sutton in as much trouble as possible because of last year. What else? Oh, and then Crystal had said, we had a conversation and we got past it. Well, if you got past it, why are you bringing it up now? No, no. Crystal, do better. Okay, also in this episode, and this was very sad, and I have said that I am not a fan of Lisa Rinna's. I have never been a fan of Lisa Rinna's. However, this past episode, her mother had passed away. Her mother was in hospice and had passed away. Lois was, I think she was 93 and a half. And she, let me tell you, she was on the show the show a few times. She was a delightful woman. She really, really was. I enjoyed the times that she was on that show. And you could really tell that her family loved her, that Lisa Rinna and her daughters, and Harry Hamlin, that they really did love her. She was a delightful woman on there. So it was very sad. And she was in hospice care, and she had specifically stated that she did not want any life-saving measures being taken. And so they had made the decision not to. And it was sad. And it brought up a lot of memories and that I have from last year, having to make the same decision with my father. And it was sad. It was very, very sad. But the nice thing was that they were all there for her. And Dorit had said that she was there when her grandmother had passed away, and that's what kind of helped her in the grieving process. So listen, I'm really not a fan of Lisa Rinna, but my thoughts really do go out with her family, because her mother was a lovely, delightful woman on that show. She really was. So on that note, I am going to head off, and I hope everybody enjoyed this. I get so worked up over the Housewives, but I mean, honestly, that's one thing that I just love. I love pop culture, and I love my Housewives. So everybody have a great weekend. And if nobody has told you yet today, I love you, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there, because at any given time, it can be what? A shit show. So all those things will make it a little better. So everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Love you.